Hey, so what Resurgence map is the best one currently? These last couple years has been amazing for us Resurgence players because we now have a total of 4 maps. And I saw this tweet from Modern Warzone asking which map is the current favorite of the community. And I'll be honest, I was surprised to see the results from people's votes. So I wanted to give my own personal ranking of the 4 maps, which I'll be honest is probably very different than yours, and I understand I have a hot take or two. But without further ado, here we go. Number 4 on my personal ranking is Ashika Island. As much as I did love Ashika Island on release, when you compare it to the other maps that's released lately, it's just not as good. Now, don't get me wrong, when Ashika Island first released, I really liked the map, and I think we all do in general. It's still a great map, but I do think it is kind of an empty map compared to the rest of them, and there's not that many buildings and a lot of open space in between, which just lowers the general pace of a Resurgence game mode. On to my number 2 spot, which I know is gonna turn heads, is Ashika Island. Don't get me wrong, I know the importance of Ashika Island. It is the foundation of Resurgence. It is what started this whole subset of game modes for Warzone. And I know this map just came back into the fold, and it might be too soon to already say it's not my personal favorite, but I will say after playing Resurgence for a few weeks, it does have flaws that the other 2 maps, that are my personal favorites, don't. And one of the biggest flaws that I know Resurgence has that everyone can agree is stackers. And I think it's a bigger problem on Resurgence more so than the other maps because it is a smaller map in general. When you look at the POIs and just the overall map itself, Resurgence is tiny, which means when you get in a building, it's not just you versus 1 squad, it's you versus 3 to 4 squads at a time, which makes third party and stacking just insanely high. But when it comes to nostalgia, Rebirth Island is still so much fun, and I still love the map, and it's still top tier, but it's not the number 2 spot or the number 1 spot for me. When it comes to number 2, that spot goes to Fortune's Keep. When this map first released, we really didn't get to play it all that much because Warzone 1 closed down like a season after it. But now that it's came back already for Warzone 2, and we've had plenty of time to play it, I gotta say, I have way more fun on this map than the previous 2, and it feels like it has a good structure to the map design. The POIs are much bigger, and the map itself is also massive, or at least it feels massive in how it's designed. We have that winery section, and then Fortune's Keep Castle, and then we have the western little, I call it Pavilia section. Fights in Fortune's Keep just feel like they're fair sometimes, if that makes sense. Like, I don't feel like I'm getting third party as much, and when I do get third party, it's not as sudden. Like, the buildings are bigger and farther apart that you're able to kind of expect other teams coming in, and you can see them coming, versus on Rebirth Island, you'll just suddenly get third partied out of nowhere. And it looks like the community generally agrees with me too, because this got voted second on that tweet from Modern Warzone. But I guess my second hot take is my first place spot, which is my favorite map by a landslide, Vondel. I'm a firm believer that the map design in Vondel should be the backbone for every Resurgence map going forward. I love how the water plays out. It's not like Ashika Island where you have that weird underground section. The water is great for rotating, and it just adds another layer of gameplay and mechanic and options for you to have during games. And I think Vondel has the best, most even verticality in any other map that we've had in Resurgence. On paper, it looks like Vondel is roof camper's heaven, but how the map's laid out, you really have 2 fights. You have fights on the roofs or fights on the first floor. And I think it plays differently compared to like Ashika Island, where you have the water towers and the prison roof being the 3 most elevated points. When you're looking at Vondel, the whole roofs are all on the same level. So there's multiple avenues to sneak up on people roof camping. So roof camping doesn't feel nearly as strong on Vondel versus Ashika Island, which is what I personally love about it. I think Vondel gives players the most options when it comes to fights. And even though I don't think it's the biggest map, it's filled with buildings and all the POIs are massive. So third parties aren't as common, they obviously happen, but they don't feel as cheap and as unfair sometimes as Ashika Island, for example. Which, I'll be honest, I'm surprised that people voted Vondel third because I thought more people enjoyed it. And people might not care about this either, but I feel like in terms of like streamers, I feel like people get the highest kill records on Vondel. Like, I have a easier time solo queuing on duos worse on Vondel than I do on Ashika Island, for example. And I think that has to deal with all the fact that there's so many options. You can jump off roofs, like Mountaineer is so clutch on Vondel, or you can do all those water rotations I was talking about. But I'll be honest, these are just my opinions for the current maps we've had for Resurgence. I do realize that my preferences vary drastically for the average community, so I'd love to hear your opinion in the comment section below. Let me know what maps you think are the best for Resurgence and what maps you think are not that great for Resurgence. I'd love to hear all your opinions, and let's close off this video with a quick gameplay of me getting a win on the high Resurgence event. First game dub. Oh my god, I start off with an RPG. What the heck? What? What kind of bullshit is that? I hit him point blank. He's fine. He hits me point blank. I go down. Jeez, I finally have some plates.
Oh, and I'm just gonna die because it's right here.
I downed him.
What does that say? What the?
Okay.
Gotta give up. You do.
Oh, Xander, by the way, I don't know if you know, but I'm in high trip, and I'll let you look through.
Okay.
To get the camera, you have to have all 4 perks on, or it doesn't work.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
I
Yes,
didn't
you
have all
do.
the
Gets a bullet Mac. Nice.
Yes, you did.
Full team here.
No, I didn't. I had the
Right.
All right.
and then the blue. I didn't have the other.
Is he low? Loading.
All right. Who's spotting me? Guy down right below you, Mac. I down another guy on first floor. This guy next to you, Ryan.
Nice. He's below. He's on big window. Big window. Dead.
I'm resin. They're both downstairs. One good.
He's about to peek this. I should be able to fry him. Crack this guy over there.
Syntax, that's a dime.
You got.
I got one! I got one! Oh my god!
No, you're him.
My god.
Oh, credit. Oh!
On Gondola? Hold me.
Down one. Down another one.
Smoke piece.
Fine.
To our right, Oof. On me. He's a bullet. He's dead. Oh my god. Gondola is low.
Holy shit, what was that?
Broke one, dead.
Okay.
What was that?
2 more teams. Now it's 6 teams total.
Oh, it's so full.
Okay, that's good.
Tip.
Nice. One letting in right here.
Oh my god, down that guy. That's crazy.
Nice.
One more team.
It's
4v2.
4v2. 4v2.
I see one here. My shots are impeccable right now. Downed him.
Wow.
Attaboy, boys! There we go! Dude, 19, 10, 9, 8, 46 kills. Attaboy, boys.